Also, quick question.
Yeah.
Where's Ed? Where's Al?
Oh my god, great question. What am I doing with my life? I'm a human disaster.
I think it's my need a day where you just sleep for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or just like stay in bed and.
I think I need a coma.
I don't think that's how comas work.
No. Comas are scary because you can be present through them, and that's disturbing. You can just straight up know what's happening for as long as you're there. Ready?
No.
No, I'm absolutely not ready. But it's gonna be fun.
Is it?
It's the return of the Fuhrer. It's gonna be fun.
No.
You remember the Fuhrer?
I do.
Yeah. I've never met a bad guy. Just kidding. I like how this is a character named the Fuhrer. I wonder if he's gonna be a bad guy or not.
I mean, I feel kind of compared to a lot of the other bad guys.
He started off actually as kind of cool, but I feel like there's always a
I had an
element of
English.
distrust. Yeah.
I really would read to help out, but I don't know what she can do.
It's not. She kind of did what she needed to do.
The only thing I can think of is that
Okay, that's a really blanket statement, I think, for most of the time anyway. So today we are talking about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood with episode 56, The Return of the Fuhrer, and episode 57, Eternal Leave.
He did return.
Yes.
And some people did have an eternal leave.
Some people did go out on eternal leave. So it was a great time all around, I would say. I would not say. Before we get started on an episode synopsis, let's quickly plug the social media. Hello, we are Really Close Productions.
And quickly.
A variety of social media. I know we have things to talk about. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, any of those. We are Witty Close on there. I don't know what social media sites are still alive today. Just assume, look us up.
They're all alive. They're all terrible.
Exactly. Yes. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We will read comments on the show. And if you want to listen to our audio-only podcast, we are available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And we have Patreon.
And we also have a Patreon if you would like to give us money. We have some cool perks on there. We'll talk about them later.
Woo.
All right, let's get started with episode 56, The Return of the Fuhrer.
What happened?
The Fuhrer returned.
Great.
Yes, we actually saw that at the end of episode 55. Of course, there is that really funny moment where we see Bradley walking in the background, and he ends the episode just showing up looking completely okay, as if he was not blown up on a train mere episodes ago, and he just waltzes kind of back into town, and he is ready to take command.
Well, he is a homunculus, and also, it's been a few days. I think he should recover.
Right, exactly. But before we even get to Fuhrer King Bradley, we're actually going to start the episode in a flashback.
Well, this isn't helpful.
The desert. What? That is a good question. Why are we here? Oh my god, it's a lizard.
The rat lizard?
Just a regular lizard.
Oh.
Hello?
Who's that?
Oh. Is this a flashback?
Just calm down.
Hello?
This guy.
We need to have a civil conversation about this. Please, give me a chance to talk to you. Of course, I promise.
We thought about this. It's actually incredibly upsetting that, technically, you're immortal, so you can't die, but you can get, to the, that brink of death.
Yeah, we've
and,
seen
have that feeling of, you're dying, but you can't actually die.
Exactly. We've seen him do that before, where I think when he was on his way to Lior, he has the experiences of being human and having a human body, which is needing, food, water, various things, but he is technically immortal. But it's kind of sometimes a fate worse than death to be experiencing starvation and dehydration, but you don't die from it. So he is having.
This is why when you walk through the desert, always bring some water, maybe a protein bar.
Yeah. Get one of them Cliff Bars.
I don't remember if I like Cliff Bars. I'm not good with protein bars.
I will eat a Cliff Bar. I think I saw somebody somewhere describe Cliff Bars in the perfect way, which is you start eating them and you're like, I'm not sure I like this. And then by the time you're finishing, you're like, oh no, I like this.
I wish I could get into protein bars. They're either I can't stand the texture, or
it's very hard to do a protein bar, right?
I either can't stand the texture, or I did find one that I liked, but it was so chewy that it was affecting my jaw.
Oh yeah,
because I got that fun jaw issue.
Yeah.
So it was causing me physical pain, and I'm I don't think food is worth it. That's not.
Sometimes if food causes you pain, maybe don't.
That's why I just eat the Quest protein chips.
Oh, I'm not sure I've had those. Are they good?
I've had The only ones I've had are the nacho cheese one and the taco one. I didn't like the taco one. The nacho cheese one's actually pretty good.
Nice. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh.
Oh. Is that a Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Elliot. Oh.
Oh.
You know.
No.
Jing?
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 Oh, right. Friday was there.
Yeah. He kind of had a large role to play in that.
I guess we should at least take the time to bury him.
Actually, that's very respectful.
Wait, he's still alive!
Impossible!
I had to get as far from Xerxes as I could. Too scared.
Well, Xerxes is gone, so.
I know you are. I'm sorry I couldn't.
That's not upsetting.
The Return of the Figure.
I was about to say.
Hohenheim in this flashback in the past, he is kind of talking to himself. He's mumbling. He says he wants to
He
talk
talking
to
to
someone.
himself?
He's yes and no. Yes, but also no. We'll get to that. Once they realize he's alive, they make sure to get him water to recuperate him, and then be able to kind of bring him back with them. And so they're trying to get some more information out of him, but Hohenheim says that he is running away from Xerxes, and he's mumbling to himself. It seems like he's talking to somebody who's not there, or at least that the other people can't see. So then we go to the present, and Hohenheim, of course, last time we saw Hohenheim and Father, they were having a thing. The Father kind of went to stab with his arm into Hohenheim, but that backfired on him, and we then get an explanation of why that was.
Oh, this is...
Oh, look at him go.
How many homunculi do we have left now? Pride, wrath. Is that it?
There was
Great.
Sergeants, the renowned master carpenter.
Yeah.
He was often called to the
Is that
palace
it?
for repairs.
Sloth
Do you
dead.
remember
Sloth's
him?
dead.
And he's dead.
His
Blood's
son
dead. Gluttony's
Desur
dead.
had a deep admiration for his father.
I'm just not really that
He
worried
worked
about greed.
hard to follow
Yeah.
him. I've rarely met such a compassionate woman.
Are they dead?
Essentially, Hohenheim, of course, is a human philosopher's stone, and he is made of a bunch of souls within him. Mm-hmm. But each of those souls are still almost present in a way. So he's able to, we saw this in the flashback episode, kind of hear their voices. And Hohenheim actually takes the time over the course of the hundreds of years that he's been alive to recognize each and every person and understand more about them. So he starts talking about the different folks, like first with all 536,329 souls inside of him.
All the way up to those 525,600.
525,600 dead people. Except they're kind of alive. They're in him. So when we saw Hohenheim talking to himself in the flashback, he's actually trying to discern, recognize, and converse with the souls within him. And he uses that, kind of turns that around to be his strength, and is fully recognizing that to make a philosopher's stone, you are using human lives. And so there is an element of humanity still with them in their souls. And fathers of the idea or the practice that like, no, I just took the energy of the souls and they become me. They're not still people. That's dumb and stupid. And Hohenheim's like, look who's dumb and stupid now. And then is essentially the reason why his attack went wrong is because he's basically like unionizing the souls in him. He's like, hey guys, let's start a soul union. And they're going to be, of course, on Hohenheim's side because he's a lot nicer.
He treats his souls with respect. Lets them work whatever hours they want to.
Yes, exactly.
Gives them good health insurance.
Right. It's very funny. I mean, we saw it
Not
before.
competitive salary.
We saw one of the earlier appearances of Hohenheim. We see him, he's talking to himself, and he's mentioning names specifically.
Yeah, there's like a
before
thing where
he
he's like going
takes
like that.
things out of him. So when he said, sorry, I have to use you, which means that anytime he's using the Philosopher's Stone or using the souls as part of the Philosopher's Stone, he's recognizing exactly who that is individually. Mm-hmm. So it's a very interesting way of seeing that. It also just makes the concept of a Philosopher's Stone that much more horrifying, because of course we know that it's made from human souls, but then we're understanding that it's not just the energy of a soul, but the actual soul itself is in there. And that is a horrible way to spend eternity, I would say, as being a person trapped in a horrible screaming monster. Anyway.
But not competitive salary.
But no competitive salary. Where's my healthcare? So
And free lunches.
That's true. I would be really pissed at Hohenheim if he's like not eating. I'm like, bro, I'm hungry. Feed me a sandwich.
I feel like he's probably eating.
He's well, yes.
He was not married to Trisha. She
Yeah.
probably made him eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, what did they do if the
Shout out to Trisha.
What did they do when he was drinking?
I don't know, proud party. Woo.
We did learn from this
Soul
show.
party.
Alcohol does solve your problems.
Yes. If I've learned anything from Fullmetal Alchemist, it's alcohol solves your problems. I refuse to elaborate.
Also, don't be near a transmutation circle.
Mm-hmm.
Where the eye might come out
Oh yeah.
later.
Yeah, that was bad.
536,000.
The people of Xerxes are like uncomfortably blonde.
The people you trapped inside of me.
There's some places like most of the hair colors just like a certain thing.
Oh,
That
nice.
and then he died.
Why you?
That's cool as hell.
Return to the nothing you were born of. We will destroy you.
Return now.
Container of yours.
So basically, Hohenheim, what he's trying to do now is use his soul unionization to essentially break the flask of Father's form. So he calls him the dwarf in the flask. You know, he is a homunculus. At the end of the day, he's still that little fuzzy guy in the flask. So he's basically trying to break out of that container, or break the container. And we see that through some various forms of body horror.
That's fine.
Yep. But at the end, it doesn't backfire per se, but it definitely goes the direction that Hohenheim is not expecting, because he does refer to Father's body in the past as like being a leather bag, and we see it basically become a leather bag because there's a being inside of it that basically just like sheds the skin. So we see like the floppy bag of Father, and then becomes this weird entity.
I did have a thought about this, but I don't actually think it's true.
Share with me, please.
Okay, so it so like the truth, the God thingy, is like this like white men's room figure with like no eyes and like a mouth, and this is kind of looking similar but like black.
Oh,
so
okay.
I thought they were kind of like yin and yang, or like a Rava and Batu thing.
Yes,
but I don't know if that's actually true. But that was because like he was just like a dwarf. It was just like a dwarf in a flask. It wasn't like the God thing, unless he is. I don't know. But
it's a really good observation, I would say.
You're welcome.
I'm not sure if I can say anything besides that, but I think it's oh yeah,
where like we find out that like the Fuhrer's back.
Radio Capital.
Go on. Yes? Well, that's incredible news. The Fuhrer is alive.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Bradley, honey. Aw. The others are like, shit. But everyone else like, yay!
Are you okay?
Okay, they didn't tell anything bad about her husband.
Yes, I'm just so overjoyed.
Oh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, this poor
I
lady.
was so scared that he was dead.
You're gonna wish.
He's not.
We've only been told he's in combat with the Briggs soldiers at Central Command.
So he's fine.
We'll have to pin this on Briggs.
Wait, what?
We
Oh,
have
shit.
to protect the Colonel.
Oh, God. Oh, the political moves.
I just pray that Salim is safe as well.
He's fine.
Oh,
The
honey,
Fuhrer is
he's
battling
unfortunately fine.
soldiers from Briggs. That leads me to believe General Armstrong is leading the coup.
Oh, shit.
Wait, General Armstrong?
I guess that's what should be.
And like because the political thing was to have like people still like the Fuhrer, which is actually I think kind of smart, because you don't want to you can't really like beat him down immediately.
Yeah.
Without like actual like a slew of evidence like that like you can tell people.
There's a very specific political move that they have chosen, and they end up talking about this kind of later, and it's they playing a tricky line here, because in order to kind of win the trust of the country, they're aligning themselves with Mrs. Bradley, who is aligning with Fuhrer Bradley for obvious reasons. And this idea that, oh, there's top command at Central who are then turning against the Fuhrer, and people like the Fuhrer because that's their leader. They like Mrs. Bradley. She's like the first lady. That's a soft power cultural icon in that regard. And so by aligning with her, they, it's the quickest way to gain the trust of people. And so that way, by them trying to start a coup, they're not necessarily going against the powers that be. They're doing it in favor of the powers by going against the people who were being perceived
right,
as
but
being
because
against
the Fuhrer
Fuhrer.
is back now.
Yeah, and so as soon as they deliver the news the Fuhrer is back, they are in a precarious situation because they know this is a bad thing. We don't want that guy back. We want him exploded.
Right.
But he is not exploded and he is back, and they deliver the news to Mrs. Bradley. I think it's the radio show announcer gets the call first, and he's like overjoyed. I think he just wants good radio. He just wants good news. And so he ends up calling Mrs. Bradley, and she's very relieved. And they have to make the split decision right there about like what direction are they going to go in, because they've made this public alignment and they don't want basically to catch the ire of now the people who are kind of working to gain that power back. Because as we saw in the end of the last episode, a lot of people, as soon as they saw the Fuhrer was alive, are like, oh, cool, we don't have to worry about whatever the hell we're doing. We're just going to go back and do whatever this guy says. So the stability of the powers that be kind of coming back into place is kind of making things fall in line in a way that's working against our people. Which is bad. So then they have to make kind of a split decision, and I think Breda ends up getting on air and decides that how they're going to do that and kind of save their own asses is to then pin it on Briggs. And
which is upsetting, but like
we understand why they're doing it. Politics. Yeah.
I do wish they could have like talked to the Briggs people and be like, yo, we're gonna do this.
No, they're just like, ha, peace. I mean, the Briggs people can handle themselves.
That's true.
That wasn't a choice for us. So we get the scene, of course, of King Bradley kind of entering back into Central Command. He makes a very funny line where he's like, I'm not going to go through the back door. He straight up just walks through the front door.
I'm not a peasant.
Yeah. He's like, this is my house. I'm coming in the front door.
What? Impossible!
Stop talking and start shooting.
Oh, no. Aren't those his army guys? Are they?
So well, some of them are still...
Oh, the ones in the tank are rebels.
Yeah, well, that's Briggs people. They're...
Oh, no, not the tank.
Oh, no, not the Briggs guys. This is sad.
Can we, like, tell our main? Yo, Rat's back.
King Bradley, he is in the body of old man, but man, he powerful, and he is quick, and he is fast, so he just straight up
not
is
the quickest,
slashing.
though.
He is not the quickest.
Well, actually, he is the quickest.
Now he's the quickest. He was not before.
Oh, remember the episodes we watched last time where, like, the people that we wanted to die died?
I want to go back. Take me back. Take me back.
Take me back. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I don't know. There's a song for that, probably. Anyway, but we see there is some badass moves. Like, King Bradley sucks, but goddamn is he badass.
He's good.
Like, he's literally able to, like, slash bullets, and they're going, like, every which direction, everything like that. So, like, it is insane. And then it gets to a point where, then he starts facing characters that we know. So we're seeing really some major bloodshed happen. So we've gone really far, especially with, we've seen Briggs people kill people, and we've seen like the creepy mannequins kill people.
Yeah.
But for a lot of this, there has been a order or a goal not to kill as many people as possible. And now King Bradley's here, and he's like, fuck that. And so we see blood left and right. Like, people are dying.
We're staining
all over
the
place.
walls with blood.
There is so much blood, and it's horrifying.
Well, I mean, it's animated blood, so it's fine.
It's fine. It's not real blood. And so then we get to a point where, like, Bradley takes out a tank at one point.
Yes.
And then he gets to a point where he's trying to get into kind of the innermost part of the building, and he ends up facing off with characters that we know. Dude, you just gotta start firing.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, they're probably doing that for their own safety, because they're gonna get...
The old bastard just took out a tank.
I thought they knew he was a homunculus.
Yeah, but they still don't know the extent of his power.
There.
Oh.
Also, he survived it. Oh!
No.
Is he okay? I know he's not okay. Is he not dead?
He's currently not dead. And they're trying to take this guy on, and like, bruh. Well, Buccaneer is like... He's not afraid. Buccaneer's not afraid of anything. So he's just going at it. Even though that is not working out in his favor. But it's fine. This episode is fine.
This episode's fine.
This episode is fine.
Well, doesn't he lose his...
He loses his arm.
This episode. Yeah. Like, that, he gets, like, kind of beaten up in this episode.
Yeah, he loses his automail arm. But, Buccaneer does not...
Stop.
Yeah, he's not pulling back on his attacks. He's trying to do whatever he wants, because Buccaneer, especially the folks at Briggs, like, survival of the fittest, they're going. They're doing what they have to do. They know what they need to do, and they're doing it.
I feel like we should have told people how quick Wrath is. Mm-hmm. Because then we could have had a plan.
Yeah, and how to deal with how fast...
Like, I feel like
this ultimate eye is not to be trifled with.
I feel like we should have, like, educated ourselves more on the homunculuses, because then we could have...
Yeah.
I mean, some stuff we didn't know. Like, we didn't know how fast Sloth was.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Or just, like, make them question their own human, like, being.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then have them kill themselves.
Oh, it's terrible. It gets worse as we go on. So, as, of course, King Bradley seems to have almost overpowered everyone in this kind of courtyard space. And then he goes to get to the door, and then he has to end up kind of like a stare down between him and Fullmetal.
Your country's leader has returned. Now open the gate for me.
Oh, Fullmetal.
I said open the gate, Lieutenant Fullmetal.
And he knows his name.
Die with honor?
Oh, no.
Die with honor?
Please forgive me, Colonel Mustang.
Oh.
Looks like I'm dying here.
No.
Aww.
You had orders.
He did.
That's enough of that. You can't die a heroic death crying like a coward. I've got plenty of fight left in me.
The problem here is that I like all of these guys.
Except for
Must
Raph.
always make
Yeah.
a point.
Fullmetal, who we love, is not the biggest fighter, and he's got the gun drawn.
I was about to say, like, what did he do? But I remember he's actually really, he has got, like, does he have the photographic memory?
He has the photographic memory.
So he's actually really smart.
He's
and,
very smart, yeah.
That's what his thing was. So he's not much of a fighter. And then there was a part where we're like, I'm sorry, Colonel Mustang. I'm going to break my promise.
Yeah, because he knows that he's gonna die. And Fullmetal is standing his ground. Like, he's terrified, but he knows that he can't let it pass. And it's chilling to me when Wrath is like, all right, Lieutenant Fullmetal. You're like, oh, shit.
I wish we had another homunculus here. Like,
I
like,
sure wish we had another homunculus here.
One that we like, though, which is, like, not many, but, like...
Yeah.
I guess only one that we act, like, kind of like, and, like, yes, he's an asshole, but, like, we're not afraid of him.
Ah, you got that right.
Oh,
yeah! In the heat of the moment. Like it's gonna do
Homunculus we want.
But pathetic as it may be, and
This
they
asshole.
sure are, I still prefer to side with the underdog.
But compared to the other...
Yeah, this guy.
I'm back,
Long
bitches.
time no see, Greed.
Yeah, my avarice tends to make these decisions for me. And right now,
What?
I want your life.
You're too far away. I can't hear you. So, spoiler, Greed is here.
Hooray!
Hooray! Greed finally shows up. Greed's been gone for a little bit. He has been just out gallivanting or whatever, because he has some... last time we saw him, he was like, what if I just take charge of everything? Yeah. I'm going to Central now, and he just, like, fucks off. So we see Greed at this point is in full Greed mode. Of course, I mean, technically it's Greeling, but you know how it goes. And I do kind of like how it seems like, like you said better, I think like Greed and Ling have become like business partners, so like it doesn't like take like a whole like headache for them to switch places. It kind of just like they just kind of do it instantly now. And we're
like,
getting to see them switch, and it's like this really smooth transition.
So it seems like they're kind of like, all right, like if you need to get out, if you need to come in, mm-hmm. Like I trust you to like come in for the right reasons. Yeah,
and as soon as Greed kind of joins the fight and they start fighting, they are able to switch. So basically, Greed knows most about how to use his ultimate shield, but Ling has fought King Bradley before.
Can Ling use the ultimate shield?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
But he would have to, like, I think, get that permission of Greed. Or, like, I'm not sure how much control he has of the body, of the power in the body.
Okay.
Because it is Greed's power. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing. So, but...
Well, it seemed like a thing of just, like, if Greed puts on the shield, and then switches to Ling, the shield's still on. Mm-hmm. That's what it seemed like. And then fight. I do like the part where Greed joins the fight, and as they're fighting, Greed sees Fullmetal and then immediately switches to Ling. He's like, oh my god, I remember you. Ah, oh, good times. Thanks for that. Anyway, let's go. and then they just like start the fight.
Trying to hide in my blind spot, huh?
I'm surprised that I didn't think of it, but the prince gave me a few good pointers on how to fight you.
How helpful.
That's true. They have fought before.
For you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, there it goes.
He's gaining the upper hand. This is starting to look bad.
Starting?
Honey, it's been bad.
Oh, I forgot to ask a question.
Oh, yes, please.
Specifically in the review. Where are the main characters?
Not in this episode. We literally go the entire episode with not even a single shot of Ed or Al. All right, not even. Yeah, we don't even talk about him.
I do kind of love like
in Fullmetal Alchemist.
I do kind of love like we have like it's like the show kind of does feel like very ensemble-y.
Yes,
but like we do but like it has been established that we have mains.
Yeah, we do have the protagonists and the main characters, but it is a very large cast. But it goes to show, I think, how well the cast is established, where, like, I'm caring about all of these people. Like, we're watching this, and I'm, like, gripping. Yeah, no. But he's fun to watch.
No, like, yeah, it's like I said, like, if, like, and I agree with that, just, like, I care enough to, like, I can go an episode without not seeing the mains and still, like, have a good time. And I still like the mains enough where it's, like, they're not, like, there's, like, those some shows where, like, the main's the worst part, but you kind of just like the other characters more. Yeah. That doesn't feel that way.
Yeah. No, it feels like we like everyone. It's not like a...
Yeah. And it's also the same with just, like, I think like, somebody asked, like, who's, like, the worst villain in your eyes? And I'm like, I don't have one. I like all, like... Because, like, for me, like I said, like, a bad villain is, like, a boring villain.
Yeah.
And, like, all these villains are fun. Like, even, like, Gluttony, who, like, and Sloth, like, don't have, like, much personality.
They don't have super deep characters.
But they're fun.
Yeah, but they are very fun characters. I like all of them. I love the show. I say it all the time. I'm like, I love the show.
Like, I don't even, like, I guess, like, the closest, like, a character I don't like is, like, Yoki, but I don't even hate Yoki.
But Yoki's funny. Like, he's useless. And
that doesn't.
Oh, no.
We were doing so well on the bloodshed for a while, and now it's just no holds barred.
Well, at some point.
Those bastards will...
This is Central Command Garrison. What? I don't understand.
Give it to me.
Hello?
This is Commander Gamala speaking.
Does Garrison know about the zombies?
Gate. Is it possible for you to open the gate from within the fortress?
Negative, sir. The base has been overrun by some kind of monsters.
Yeah.
Did you say monsters?
You know. It doesn't really say what his rank is, but his name is Gamelan. Or Gamelin. Anyway, it is possible that Gamelin's name is based off of Maurice Gamelin, the French commander-in-chief during the early years of the Second World War. That's a fun fact. Basically, this guy from the military shows up, and he's
Did the French do much during World War II? Didn't they just get their ass kicked?
America. So... You remember the old thing on Google where you could be like, French military victories and do I'm feeling lucky, and then it brings you to a page that's like, do you mean French military defeats?
Oh, remember I'm feeling lucky?
Yeah. Aw. I miss feeling lucky.
I miss fun Google.
I miss fun Google. I miss when Google had don't be evil in their mission statement. Now they took that out. Now they can be evil.
The fun stuff, I think it was like when Infinity War came out, they had like that fun thing where they had the Infinity Gauntlet like on, like in the corner, and he clicked on it, it would snap, and then like half of the surges would go away.
Oh yeah, I love the
and they did that with like Wizard of Oz too, where you could like, click on something and like you would like, the house would like, or something happened, but like it would become black and white.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. I like when Google is fun and not
remember
evil.
when the internet stuff was fun?
Guys, I miss the internet. I sure miss the internet. I wish we had that back. Anyway, so I'm on the Wikipedia page for Fullmetal Alchemist.
Wikis are still fun.
Shout out to wiki writers, you guys single-handedly.
You're keeping the internet fun.
You're keeping me alive at this point, or else I'd be like, what happened this episode? I don't know.
Yeah.
So we just know that they are there, and they're probably eating people.
That's fine.
Yay.
Oh. What is that?
Yes?
What the hell's going on?
Wait, I think I see something.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, I know.
Whatever's going on down there doesn't sound too good.
They're dead.
Yeah. And we have kind of an idea of who this might be, but then we finally see it, and it is Fu.
Hooray!
We love Fu. Fu's a good guy. He's one of our favorite old men. And the episode ends with him finally coming face to face with King Bradley, because last time that Ling and Lan Fan went up against Fear King Bradley, Fu was, as we know, not there. So he has actually never really seen this face to face.
Fu was going back to Jing, right, with Maria Ross.
Yes, he was escorting Maria back to Jing. So he wasn't all up to date on all this stuff. And so he's like, oh shit, you're King Bradley. And then he gets ready to throw down, because of course that is the man who made his granddaughter lose her arm. And them's fighting words right there.
I mean, correct. Like, I think we were saying, like, technically Lan Fan cut her own arm off, but also I think he was like the blood. I think like he gave He gave her like a...
He injured the arm to the point where she couldn't use it.
Right.
And so her decision, instead of like, we'll wait to see if this heals up, is to, well, time to take the arm off.
Yeah, because they never established like if it could be like healed.
Yeah, no, we were in the midst of battle, so we don't know if it was just like a temporary nerve damage or if it was like fully incapacitated. But somebody made that decision on her own. It was a choice. But now she has a cool metal arm, so life's good, right? Anyway, that's that episode there. What do you think?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, there's some good fighting.
There's some good fighting.
Greed is back. We like that.
I do like that.
The fear is back. We don't like that.
We don't like that.
But we saw some people that we like. We are missing some people. We're missing a lot of people right now.
Sometimes you just need an episode with a little bit of like backstory, but like mainly a lot of fighting before you get to the part that emotionally destroys you.
So before we get to the part that emotionally destroys us, you want some episode trivia?
Yes.
Hooray! This episode is adapted from content in chapters 97 and 98 of the manga. We are getting close to the end because I think the manga only has like 110 chapters. Oh man, guys, we are so close. The transmutation circle that appears in the background of this episode's title card is the 5-point human transmutation circle in the Palace of Xerxes.
What?
Are
we going to see that again?
Quite possibly. In this episode, the part in the story played by Storch in the manga is instead... The anime includes actual flashbacks of many of the Xerxians Hohenheim refers back to, whereas in the manga, they were just alluded to in text only. That's the nice part about having, switching up your visual media is that you can include those things. So it was nice to see all the Xerxes people. On their weird, freakishly blonde Xerxes people.
Some places just like their main, like the people.
I know. I think I'm always off-put in anime by how blonde people are depicted because they look very alien. Just something about the way that they're designed feels like very alien to me. And I guess that's like because it's, I don't know, from the perspective, I'm sure it's very like, of like foreign and other. And so I don't think that's intentional. But the way it always looks always feels like the depiction of a stereotype or an idea rather than like what blonde people actually look like. And maybe I'm biased because I'm blonde.
What?
I'm blonde-ish.
Dirty blonde.
Yeah. Your mileage may vary on that, but at one point I was more blonde than this.
You were actually.
Yeah.
Like, I think I remember when your hair was like actually like really long. Like that was a more
actually
blonde.
It wasn't. I was actually only like I think this much longer.
I'm so surprised you haven't cut it yet. Not because like you don't need to cut it, but like
I'm lazy.
I know you like.
Lazy.
I know you liked it when it was short.
I do like it short. So
I mean, summer's coming up. That might be your excuse.
I think it's coming up soon. Let's see. This is the only episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood in which Edward and Alphonse do not appear at all.
Oh.
We made it 56 episodes. Usually because I think if one's gone, the other's still there.
Right, and I guess I'm thinking of like what was the episode that was like about Xerxes, like they were barely in it, but they were still in it.
Yeah. And so, all right, that's that episode. Any other thoughts, Dara?
Do you need to get to the next one?
I need to get to the next one. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna be talking about episode 57, Eternal Leave. Stay tuned.
Oh no!
Yay! Aw.
Well, technically,
Oh, yeah.
technically,
she did that to herself.
Well, no, I think that didn't he like hit it first, which caused it to get damaged?
Yes.
So like,
and then she did.
oh my god, the end
of then severing her own arm.
But it was
Blonde Fawn is insane. Love her.
Where is she?
I support women's rights and wrongs.
If they get past us, then we'll take the main gate. We can't let them through, no matter what.
Well, that'll do it.
So he's
Cute.
alive.
Fullmetal
Already?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, I'm scared.
Was that not?
I'm full of fear. No, that's just the preview, I think.
Okay.
Man must come to know
Yeah.
his enemy.
Who are you?
Oh, that fucking guy. All right.
Oh, new character?
No, we've seen him before.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Eternal Leave? Oh no.
Eternal Leave. You know, the ultimate retirement.
I think Buccaneer's already gonna get Eternal Leave.
Oh. He's retiring to a big farm up north. You know, there's nothing bad about that.
Okay, yeah, I figured that. That was only like a little over 30 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Like,
love that.
I assumed.
Yeah.
We assumed
We assumed.
that was gonna happen.
Yeah, now we have a full hour to talk about this. It's